Queenie, wait. Just just to give that winner an extra spice in it. Mhm. We are going to give you a dinner on the Nile River, a dinner cruise. A dinner cruise on the Nile River. And if you don't know what the Nile River is, it's the longest river in the world, originates from Uganda and goes all the way to the Mediterranean Sea. So once you text in Impact Expert, you're going to win a dinner on the Nile River and be able to enjoy the delicacies of Uganda alongside every. I'm trying to spice it up a little bit. Oh, she's gonna get it though. Congratulations.
Yes, I would give away 9 months of free education in our program. So that's 3 levels. By the time they finish 3 levels, they can actually do the math without using any tool and just in their mind, series of number to add and subtract. That's what we train them within 9 months. Yes, from doing that. Yes, and it's a 1.5 hour lesson per week. And also throughout the week, they have exercise to do online. And our program is delivered with a live teacher in a virtual classroom, which is similar to the platform that we're using here today with tables and chairs. And kids love them. And also with our own online application. That's how we deliver the program. Yes, I would say have a growing mindset and also for like learning, like never stop learning, and that's how we can grow. It's important that also like have the habit of building a habit, like a routine of learning something new every day. That's how we can progress in getting better in any skill set. Yes.
Thank you, Manny. Thank you.
So didn't get to hear from you, Michael.
Hey, Jason, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. It's a great day here. Really, really quick. And people I'm sure will be joining. I know people move around. Know Remo well. Really quick. My background, 22 years in prison.
And he's so good, and he's like a friend. And so I went up on Sunday with all my tax stuff, and I'd given it to him before, but like, let's do it. And he was acting strange. His house was in complete disarray. I left, and he ended up in the hospital. So here we are at the 11th hour, and I've had to try to find a tax person, which I have. But you know, it's been a crazy week. So,
wow.
Yeah, really, really silly. But anyway, so my biggest challenge is time, because I am, and I know, you know, I've spoken with Manny about this. I have so many projects underway for branding myself that, you know, it's like, okay, I'm committed to these projects, and it doesn't leave a lot of leftover time to actually work in sales. So, you know, I'm doing my audiobook now, which is a huge undertaking, and I'm starting to create some other.
For anybody who's read it, I don't know if anybody here has, but it's not about really me as much as the journey. Each chapter in the book is a story within it. One of is meeting Jack Canfield, who I had on my vision. Oh my God, my vision board the year before, and then I met the following year. I'm like, oh my God, it happened.
Yay.
And I know Judy, yeah. And so this is just to really help people in their own journey in life. My best friend, who's my angel in heaven with my father, was my physical angel on earth before she became my spiritual angel. And I know that this book is divinely guided, and she's been with me through the whole thing. And it's really to serve the masses, the women who are needing to find their voice. I lost mine physically to an illness in 2013 and was told I may never speak again. The pain that I had, physical, mental, emotional, was incredible. My vocal cords were riddled with sores. I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink, I couldn't swallow. And I just wanted to leave this earth. It was the most pain I've ever endured, and wouldn't wish it on anybody ever. I was in my own hell, my own self-quarantine before self-quarantine became a thing in 2013. And now, you know, I have this book. It became an international #1 bestseller. And I know that it's not even tapped into where it needs to go and who it needs to serve. I know that. Like, I physically know this. I don't know how to get it to where it needs to go, into schools, universities, maybe women's shelter, whoever needs to have this, to read it, to go through these exercises to help them find their own voice in their life. Maybe it's abused women. I don't know, but I figure schools and universities, I know. I could see this even in breakout sessions in Zoom calls. I could see that them going through the chapters and collaborating on how they answer questions.
To universities, is it mostly for women?
It is, but I was in one of my other breakout sessions. One of the gentlemen said it could be for men too, for sure, because I know there are men that are holding back.
And what would you say the youngest age who would get it and do it?
I would say from 30s to 60s.
Okay, so it won't be universities. Well, maybe the faculty.
But I could see, but I could even see like girls going into college when they're not sure, they haven't found their voice yet in their life. They're looking to find themselves.
So it'll be the teens. So it's not 30, it's about 18. See, that's okay. So I'm going to tell you right now, since I am table lead and I don't know you, this is very important, this conversation, Renee, that it's important for you to know your demographic, right?
Well, my demographic, not to interrupt, but interject. I've always been focused on the women, because I'm my own avatar, right? We all, I think, are in it.
Right.
And it's going to be, I would say, from like 30s to 60s, because when I became, in the working force, and probably even 20s, but into my entrepreneurship. And there's 3 different avatars. It's like that working person, that female entrepreneur, the businesswoman, the single gal, that's out there. So but as far as schools and universities, because I spoke to students, even adult students, who I know need to find their own voice in their
script, be able to get leads with that. Took the same software and the money and then do that. That's what I teach in coaching. But it's great. I've been very blessed to connect with many different people here. So anyway, I can help people. Just let me know. If you do DM me on Instagram, it'll probably be my VA answering you, but you can get to me and everything like that too. Okay. So
So how are you using your VA, Jeff?
So yeah, I have multiple ones. So really quick, I gave her all my passwords and laid into everything. She does all the messaging that I have. So I coach people to do kind of a script to qualify people, find who you're looking for, the one client you want to help, and do all that. And so I have her do the scripts, and I have 3 different businesses that come down, and then
how do you avoid that? Because, not for nothing, but there's always going to be bad actors.
Oh, you know what? In 22 years in this business, I've learned how to deal with it. I've run 7 coaching divisions, and we've had, 100,000 clients. So not a problem. And you find it out right away because members will tell you right away. We're a big enough, strong enough group. And the other thing is everybody joins. People say, well, what does that mean? Everybody pays the $300 a year. Even my producer buddy who produces all Hallmark's biggest show. Everybody, because we're on a mission together. And so that's a little bit of a sorter. The other thing too is if somebody's in there,
to a business, is that correct?
Yeah, most people do it. The most that somebody spends, they can spend as little as $5,000, but most of them spend $22,000 to buy a business. Put in $5,000 to $10,000 in marketing. So the most that anyone's ever spent is $32,000. And most people, I can show people how to go get that money if they don't have it themselves. And then our financing.
That's really cool.
They pay for the whole business and they pay for the marketing because the business makes so much money. It's not about some, they obviously do still check your credit, make sure you haven't just been a bad abuser of people, but they're more giving. I'm just saying they're not going to, bad actors, they're not going to give money to, but for most people, even if they have bad credit, I can direct them to some other people that are in this network of influence that go and help them do their credit in the next 4 to 6 months. And then they can come and instantly retire after that. And so I literally can help anybody. And it doesn't matter if they're young. We've got old people, young people, middle-aged, even people from other countries, because they don't even have to speak English. They don't even have to own a computer. They can buy that business, let other people who are gifted in that talented space make all that money for them, and it's just amazing. So that's what I love doing. And
what would you say your challenges? Yeah,
my biggest challenge is that my full-time thing is I raise billions of dollars for privately held companies. So you talked about your being an angel investor. That's what I've done. Celebrated 25 years. I had $110 million net worth by age of 32 by helping people make a lot of money in those type of spaces. That's my passion. But I do this other thing because I want people that don't have the gift to go out and create that kind of income or be that articulate person, be that captivating person on camera. It could be my mom is 77 years old and she in the first month made enough to take care of her own bills for 3.5 years, which we were taking care of. My brother's a doctor. I'm very successful. My mom doesn't need to worry about it. Who knew that she said, I want to have my own money to pay my own. And I was like, God, those are
That's
things
so
that
great, Rick. I can see you help a lot of people. Please give us all your information on the general chat so we can be in touch with you. I may have a few people to refer to you, and you're taking my course, so I'll get to know you really even better.
And we do pay gigantic, 5-figure, 4 and 5-figure amounts for referrals. It's just you're trying to help somebody, they're blessed by it, and we turn around and bless you back. And so
that's great. Thank you, Rick. Please give us your info, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Shadow, tell us about what your biggest challenge is right now in your business.
I would probably say, since I'm in the middle of a rebranding, is establishing my new identity, leaving the identity that I've took so long to establish, which was being a business startup expert, and establishing the new identity with Bolster and my new persona, and getting the word out about the new company and opening up people's eyes to the fact that I don't just start businesses, I also help them grow, and I can support them with the services that we offer. So it's getting the word out there and coming up with a better elevator pitch for what it is that I do, since this was the very first time that I presented it or I ever told anyone about the new business. Manny was aware because he's helped me, with it, because, I'm a gold member. So he's developing the app for my website. So I need a better pitch. Obviously, I was stumbling when I was telling people about what Bolster does, because that was the very first time that I was ever asked about what we do. So I need a better pitch. I need a better, art.
Excuse me.
Did you come to the right place or the right place?
All about the pitch. Dad and Dee all about the pitch.
And I will feel much better whenever I have that pitch down, and will feel more confident because I'll be putting forth what is my personality, and that personality is very confident. But I don't have that identity down yet, and it's all about the pitch.
Yep, absolutely, Shadow. Well, we absolutely need to connect because I give people the confidence, and that's really, I was actually, how Manny earlier was asking, what do you want? I talk about mentorship a lot. I literally have a keynote that I go out everywhere in the world to talk about the power of mentorship. But it's really the confidence. When you don't have the confidence, how are you going to find the right mentor and know what you want and all of that? So confidence is really the essence of everything. And I can tell you are figuring that out. And so as you figure out, you'll have the confidence to go out.
Now, mind you, if anybody that knows me will tell you, I have all the confidence in the world in myself.
Right.
It's in this new brand.
Right.
It doesn't quite have its identity yet.
Yeah. But the more you go out to network and pitch, the more you'll figure it out. Exactly.
Yes. So
it'll evolve.
The words. So I don't feel comfortable in its skin yet.
Right.
I am very comfortable in my own skin. So I need help hammering down that identity. So I will definitely use your help.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Shadow. By the way, I love your name. The way it's spelled too is so special.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I don't know if Precious, she seems like she's talking to someone. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and tell you my little thing. I don't like calling anything a challenge, to be very honest with you. So I don't want to use that word. I don't find anything to be a challenge. I find it to be an exciting, like it's almost like a game that the game of life that I want to overcome this little area so that I can get to that part. Because I played board games with my children so much that I can tell with my visual I want to jump over here. Those kind of snake and ladder kind of games. So I do so many things. I am a pitch expert because I'm an angel investor. But I'm almost, when I was asking myself, when I was rebranding Shadow, I was asking myself, well, what am I good at? But I'm good at connecting with people. And because of my articulation, it's because of the string of words that I actually presently put together in order to convey my message. And I deliver it with amazing energy and body language that makes people actually want to talk to me again, because the whole idea of a pitch is to have another second time to speak to somebody else, right? So that's really the goal. So I kind of rebranded myself like you are doing right now, Shadow, and everyone keeps calling me for the pitch. And how do I talk about my pitch? How do I, get that connection within the first 3 minutes of the time that I get, So I actually have this whole course now, which has been doing really well. And so that's just one thing I do. But I also help people get on stages. I'm a huge connector when it comes to live stages, virtual stages, as well as TV. I'm an executive producer right now for 4 different shows, one of which is Speak Up, is on Amazon Prime Video. It's in its season 3. And I'm actually casting right now for season 3 speakers, for people to actually have a platform to speak to millions of people. So, this is great because this is very personal. We're here on the table. We have 5 people here. We get to talk. But imagine when you can step on a stage on Amazon and actually get the whole world to see what you are talking about. What, like Renee, if you have a book to sell, you know, telling about your story and stuff like that. So I love giving platforms to speakers, experts, authors, and successful people to showcase what they know and they can teach through the idea of TV. So it's a really like a TED Talk style presentation. It's 15 minutes. It's really a PR piece to obviously elevate you up for your credibility. And if I had to pick a challenge, it's just finding the right 12 people to be in my season 3 so that I can, you know, really, I can really put them together nicely in a, you know, and so Renee may be on and she's talking about this that's completely different to what Rick is talking about, so that the season becomes really juicy and that you would sit there and binge watch a whole season and learn 12 different topics. So that's really what I'm doing right now, and I'm very excited about it because I have just amazing speakers, people who love what they do, are passionate, and but also see the PR, the business side of it, where you do need to be in front of people for people to know what you do. And I always say, if you have a voice and you sing beautifully, but then you don't sing, then who's going to hear you, right? So I'm really that connector in the middle to get amazing people with great talent and great messaging onto a TV platform. So that's what I'm doing, and I would love for, you know, all of Manny's network people to. But there is an audition process. There is an interview process where I do have to make sure you are of experience because this is TV. So yeah, if you want to connect with me for the TV show, for sure, I will put it's just dd@ddwall.com. That's my email. I have to start learning Manny's way to put my text message number in to learn that number enough to use it. But yeah, I would love to help you. And Rick, I'm looking forward for you to come to my elevator pitch 4-week shadow. I would absolutely encourage you to take that course. It will help you just in 4 weeks to be able to have your message down packed. And Renee, of course, because I know you for so long, you know, that I've always heard you say about your story with your best friend. And I feel that deep sadness when you lost her, you know, but now changing it into something that you can do to help other women, you know, and now you have a book, which is great. You have a product to sell. So, yeah, so that's pretty much me. And by the way, Precious is one of my clients, and I know she's talking to somebody over there. And she has been able to rebrand because of my work with her. So I'm really excited if I can help in any way.